What is good mga kaibigan? This is your Kuya Chris with another video on learning Filipino through music. Kuya is Filipino for big brother, so help your kuya out by doing three things. Pok that like button, click that subscribe button to join the familia, and then click on that bell notification so you too can be on the journey with me to learn Filipino. So for today's video, as I'm here in front of this Pinoy Pride bus, we're going to be looking at a Filipino artist that's currently blowing up the internet. Like seriously, this guy is everywhere. That's right, it's going to be hip-hop artist Easy Mill. Along with Easy Mill, we're going to be doing a song from his father, the famous lead singer of the Pinoy rock band Rockstar, Paul Sapiera. So this series is all about fun reactions and learning. So let's jump in and check out some of these videos. So the aim of these videos is to extract vocabulary from each of these songs and try to piece together some words based on loose translations, and unfortunately I don't know a whole lot of idioms. I want to reiterate that I'm not a native speaker of Filipino, or Tagalog as the language is also known. I was born and raised in the United States, but I've been to the Philippines on several visits, and both of my parents are both from the Philippines. So they are both Filipino. I am full Filipino. I grew up understanding Filipino somewhat. My parents mainly spoke English to me in the house, except if I was not being good, so I know a whole lot of Filipino curse words. But it's never been to the point where I'm fluent. So I remember watching old shows and just variety shows in the Philippines, and we're just remembering just how good the performances were. It's what drew me to learn more about Filipino culture, specifically music. So I'm hoping to use music now to learn Filipino in a different way. I do have a lot of books on learning Tagalog, conversational, and both as a dictionary, but they just don't hold my attention as much as music does. So I'm hoping this is a good way to do that for me. So hopefully as we watch some of the videos and look at lyrics, we can put together some really good sentences. Hopefully if you are watching this video, it's because you have seen some of these videos already, or want to be put on some Filipino artists that definitely could use some love and some shine. And you want to know a lot of what they're saying. So hopefully some of these videos can help you do that. Or you want to see me react to new songs that are Filipino artists, and basically you want me to have some exposure on their music, which I'm totally down for. So if there's any songs that you want me to react to look at, to learn the lyrics for, do so in the comments. That's why they're there. So with that said, let's jump in to Panalo, which means winning. I always have been. I grew up on underground hip hop, and that love for bars, that love for good beats, for rhythms has not escaped me. So let's check it out.
Mga kababayan,
Wish
turn up!
1075.
Tayo'y Pilipino, kahit anong kulay ng balat, isa sa puso. Mapatagalog, Bisaya o Ilocano, walang tatalo sa bagsik ng ating tubo. Isigaw ng malakas ang ating panalo, huwag nang pag-usapan ng mga negatibo. Pangyayari sa mga panika na sa mundo, kinabukasan na natin to.
So a couple things I want to point out. On his shoulder is a bandana that is both red and blue, which is along with white are the three colors of the Philippine flag. There are 3 stars and a sun as well. You'll hear him bring that up in the song later on. So one thing that people are wondering, what is that chorus? So let me put it up here in the corner. Okay, so here are the lyrics. It says, Tayo'y Pilipino, kahit anong kulay ng balat, isa sa puso. And basically this is a song about Filipino pride, saying we're all Filipinos. Kulay, it means color. Puso means heart. I need to put that down on there, but Tagalog, Bisaya, Ilocano, these are all regions of the Philippines, provinces where those languages are spoken. Dugo means blood. And like I said up there, Panalo means winning, Dugo means blood, Kulay means color, Walang means no, and Malakas means strong. So one thing I can tell you just growing up, in the culture, when you're trying to understand how to pronounce Filipino words, the idea is that in most cases, the accent is on every other syllable. So what's nice about Filipino is that it has very, very short syllables for the most part. So this word it looks like pag-usapan. So it's going to be pag-usapan, but the accent's on every other syllable, sorry. So it'd be pag-usapan. Let's see, what's another one here? You'll notice if you listen to what he's saying, one thing about the Philippines, it was a Spanish colony for almost 400 years, thanks to Magellan coming over in the 1500s. So a lot of Tagalog or Filipino is actually Spanish. So you see words like mundo, which means world, negatibong, which is actually another word of negativo or negativo, which is negative. So you'll see a lot of Spanish words, and you'll hear a lot of Spanish words, but they're just going to be spelled differently because in the Philippine language, there are only 23 letters. There might be more now, I'm not sure, but it's mainly the English alphabet except for C, X, and Z, I believe. I'll have to look that up, but and that's for the English language. There's actually also an older language called Alibata, which I'm not going to go into here, maybe another day. But so for those wanting to know what is the actual chorus, it's up here. So we'll go through his English first, and then we'll kind of go through some more things after that.
Running your mouth when you lying and stay on my business or watch you dying. I'm taking my people to highest rate crime, but regular living, and that's what I'm trying to prove. Instead of just lying in booths, first true Filipino rapper on the news. Enjoy it if you cool. Haters cause news while I put my city on the map. 2200. Long up city, no cap. Never forgetting the street where my cousin would sit, where we always just listen to rap. Kendrick, ASAP with some metal and mammy, we turn up with that. Been mundane till the sun came. Now I want fame like a kid in a trap. Hey, I've been in Spain, but the letter S is silent.
And there's the reference to Spain right there, because I've been to Spain, but the letter S is silent. Been a pain. It's a bar, man. It's a bar. But I love his cadence. I know that I've seen some interviews where he talks about some cadence is something that he very much appreciates. And if you think about the three people he talked about, Kendrick Lamar, Eminem, A$AP Rocky. These are all styles that definitely influence the way that he flows. The one thing about Easy Mill is that he has a tremendous control over both his cadence, and he's so good at switching up his flow. You're going to see it throughout this song. You're going to see it through a bunch of his songs. He is ridiculously good at switching up the flow. And all of his songs have meaning. Like, this is about Pinoy pride, about being Filipino, being proud of who you are. And we'll come back to that in a second.
I'm claiming my reign like a king so I can water crops for surviving. Go away if you tripping. Had a homie, he was crippled. Ain't got no love for the people who talk over songs when they claiming they listen. These bars never done. 3 stars in the sun. Blue, red, draped down on the flag. No, we never fear none. Most of us didn't grow up with a trust fund. Know that I'm willing to kill for a loved one. I'm on the move from another in the summer, reminding my people to shout.
Sing it.
Filipino, kahit anong kulay ng balat, isa sa puso. Mapatagalog, Bisaya o Ilocano, walang tatalo sa bagsik ng ating dugo. Isigaw ng malakas ang ating panalo. Huwag nang pag-usapan ng mga negatibo. Pangyayari sa mampanika na sa mundo. Kinabukasan na natin to.
Okay, so kind of want to go over some of the words in the chorus there. So this word right here, it's actually pronounced nang, and it's an article. Kind of like a or an or the in English. It's an article. Sa, also an article. Isa is the number 1. There's nung is there. Ang is kind of like a. Let's see. And then nasa is kind of directional, like in the, to the world.
Kung inakala mong isang lingwahe lang kaya gamitin, iisip may laka mapapala ko ganyan Kaya ka mag-isip kay bathala kasi singil utang na galing sa loob na lumutang hinain sa turon na may pusang sinain sa
So then right here he's asking you're going to hear this crazy flow switch, and it's because in the middle of the song the person in the back is saying to, because this is he's rapping Filipino or Tagalog in this case. They want him to rap in the dialect of Ilocano, where it's a more aggressive, more it's definitely a different dialect. And one thing about growing up in the Philippines, I only know this because of all my cousins who grew up in the Philippines, and family members, that most students there learn 3 languages when they're growing up. They learn Filipino or Tagalog. They learn their local dialect, whether that be provincial or regional, and they also learn English. So the majority of Filipinos know English very well. It's all about how if they use it. And I know that especially when I went to go visit, many of them didn't really want to talk to me because they're really shy about speaking English. But I know that I really appreciated when they tried to speak English, and when I tried to speak Filipino or Tagalog, they appreciated it as well. So. The energy, man.
Lahat kayo, all of you. Ever since bata ako, I've been kind of discriminated in my own home country. Some say like, puti soy. Ay tisoy. I'm Pinoy.
So this is an interesting little subtext to the song. So he talks about how he's been kind of discriminated in his own country. So one thing about Easy Mill, he's actually 3/4 Filipino. His father is full Filipino. His mother is half Irish, half Filipino. Actually, I think she's just half Filipino, half American, or just half white. So he actually is of a lighter complexion than a majority of Filipinos. And I'm not really gonna comment on skin color culture, but in Asia, this is a thing. Based on your skin color, you can be discriminated. Not being full Filipino, I know personally for myself, not being born in the Philippines, there are Filipinos who don't believe I am a true Filipino because I wasn't born there, and I understand that. But I am very proud of my roots, and this is one thing that Easy's talking about here, is that he was discriminated because he's not full Filipino in terms of skin color. The word for half Filipino in Tagalog is mestizo or tisoy. So he says, you're ever since he was a bata or a little kid, that he was that they're saying you're tisoy. He's like, I'm not tisoy, I'm Pinoy, which means I'm Filipino. I'm Filipino, in my heart, and he's definitely representing for the country. So, you feel that through his words, and he's about to switch it up again.
It's weird that nobody will ever look at me the same way again. Make it all the time, but it was soon they say, and nalala na ako nung mula pa ni pinugutan sila po sa maktada lahat na nasaktan na nalaman nila na pinatayang kanila bayani sa karagatan ng bansa na pag-aari ng Pilipino. Despite any turmoil, I'll be proud of my soil. Bakit? Kasi tayo'y Pilipino, kahit anong kulay ng balat, isa sa puso.
So bakit means why, and kasi means because. So bakit? Kasi. Then tayo'y Pilipino. Nice flow.
Bisaya o Ilocano, walang tatalo sa bagsik ng ating dugo. Isigaw ng malakas ang ating panalo. Huwag nang pag-usapan ng mga negatibo. Pangyayari sa mga panika nasa mundo. Kinabukasan na natin to.
So real quick, I'll try not to pause too much, but if you look at the name of the song, it's called Trap Carinosa. That's the parentheses. Carinosa is actually it's a cultural dance in the Philippines, which actually has this melody to it. So putting some really nice hi-hat kind of trap kind of beats on the backside of doing this was a really nice way for him to really pay homage to his home country. And he mentioned this in an interview that his mom wanted him to have a song that kind of related to his roots in the Philippines. So I thought this is a really clever way to do so. So yeah, in college I danced, or actually in high school and college I danced some of the different cultural dances out there, like the tinikling, which we joke is the Filipino version of double Dutch. And there's also the singkil, where you basically with the tinikling, or the tinikling, sorry, you dance in between two bamboo sticks that clap on the ground to a specific beat. And the singkil is the same thing. It's more of a southern dance where there's actually four going at the same time. So look that up sometime if you want. It's actually fascinating. It's a wonderful, wonderful dance, and they all mean beautiful things in culture. So yeah, so props to Easy Mel for having an homage to the Carinosa on here.
Wish exclusive on Wish 1075.
Woo! Nice. All right, so that was Easy Mel. Panalo, along again, means winning. I could have like a 15 gazillion minute video if I went over his specific flow on there in terms of lyrics. If you want me to break it down, I'm more than happy to. I didn't really do the best job of breaking it down here, but I did want to just kind of bring up the chorus, kind of bring up some of the words here, and get you a couple more things on here in terms of what some of the words mean. I'll go ahead and pop over here. Oops, pop here to my right, to your left, some of the other words that are in this chorus. So that way I don't take up too much time looking at these words and talking about them. Just giving you some vocab, because honestly, the thing about learning Filipino is understanding the vocabulary, so you have an idea on what a lot of these words mean. And a lot of these words too are also not in their, some are in their regular form, but some of them, depending on what the word is, it actually means something different, kind of like an ing, or kind of hard to describe. And I apologize, I'm not the best teacher of Tagalog, and I'm actually a very poor teacher of Tagalog since I'm still learning the language with you guys. So anyway, we're gonna move on to the next song. So this song is Mahal Pa Rin Kita, which means I still love you, which is an amazing rock ballad. It gives me notes of Survivor, Chicago, a lot of those real nice poppy rock ballad bands, maybe even Cinderella, Don't Know What You Got Till It's Gone. Definitely get that kind of vibe here. So the lead singer of Rockstar is Paul Sapiera, who is the father of Easy Mel, which is the reason why I kind of put them together here in this video to kind of blend the two. The song is beautiful. It's a very tender message. The melody is amazing. Everything's just on point. And yeah, so this is from a variety show called SSD, or Salo Salo Together, which is a variety show I used to watch way back in the day when I was growing up. So super huge fan of Philippine variety shows where you have people coming on to sing and dance and just be funny. There's a lot of comedy skits and whatnot, and that's kind of the norm for Philippine TV, especially on the weekends. They have it. There's always a variety show during the day that I watch. Shout out to Eat Bulaga. I'm a big fan of that show. And they have games, they have variety, singing, dancing, sketches, and they always make me laugh. And SST was no different. So, back in the day, watching Salo Salo together with Randy, Santiago, and Smokey Manoloto. So shouts out to them and all the great hosts that were on there. So. They must have replayed this on MTV Asia.
Di maamin ng damdamin.
Oh, the lyrics are on here.
Na ngayon wala ka na sa aking piling. Araw-araw ang dalangin ay mayakap kang muli at makiling. Ngunit paano nga ba ang pag-ibig mo'y magbabalik? Batid ko na nasaktan sa'yo na kaya kong limutin ka? Bakit ngayon hinahanap kita?
So jealous of that hair. God, that was such a good era for hair. So let's kind of look at the first lyric here in the first verse. So it's di maamin ng damdamin. And basically, if you see D like that, that means no. It's short for indi or inde in some cases, depending on how you want to pronounce it. I'm sure my mother is just dying of laughter right now. My pronunciation. Maamin means admit, and then damdamin is feeling, and then ngayon, let's see, means now, and then wala means not, and feeling, and you would think it'd be feeling, but it's actually not. It's choice. So basically, what it means is let's see. So I know you're not. Let's see. You won't admit to feelings, right? I'm sorry. I'm admitting this feeling, basically. And the next, now I'm not your choice. Yeah. Although, akin could be my, in some cases it could be your. In this case, when you put it all together, it says, and now I'm not your choice. But araw-araw ang dalangin. Araw-araw, the word araw means day. So araw-araw means, I think, every day. And then dalangin means prayer. So every day I'm praying that ay mayakap kang muli at maangkin. The word at means and, A-N-D, and then muli. And you'll hear this a lot in R&B songs and just love songs in general. So muli means again. There's a line later on that's mulit muling. It's again and again. Let's see. So mayakap means hugs or hugged. So basically, it's the hugging and feeling I want again. Basically, that's how I'm kind of understanding it. But feel free in the comments to roast me on this, because I'm just thinking in Filipino. There's a little it's a little bit of a, obviously English is so different, but thinking in a different language can be very different. So in the pre-chorus, nunit, and then pano, which is short for paano. I know that means how. Nunit means but. So pag-ibig means, it pretty much is love. Let's see. Nunit paano na ba niya ba ang pag-ibig mo magbabalik? So balik means to come. Means to babalik means to return. So the magbabalik, sorry for the really bad notepad, is it says, okay, so I looked this up and it said restore, but I don't think that's the meaning here. I think it's how, but how did we, I want to say it means to pass, really, more than restore. So how do we let this love go? And then the next line is batid ko na nasaktan kita ng labis. And labis means a lot. Nasaktan, hurt. So there's a lot of hurt. So, batid means knowing. So basically, looking at the sentence, it says batid ko na nasaktan kita ng labis. So basically, you kind of have to flip how you think about this. So, I know we've hurt a lot. So at again means and then sinabi ko, and Sinabi is is a way to say talk. So to say. So I said, sinabi ko. The letter O means or. And then limutin, and this might be a saying. I don't think I really know what this means. Forget is limutin, but if you actually say that, at sinabi ko sa una kaya kong limutin, I think that actually means I said I'll forget you, I'll get over you, maybe. And then bakit means why, and then ngayon we know is now, and then kita kita in this sense, because it's kind of like it's a purpose, I guess is the better word, because hinahanap, because the word hanap means find. So hinahanap is kind of like a conjugation of hanap, which would mean finding or searching. So why are we searching? What are we looking for, I guess? And then the chorus. So we'll play the chorus real quick, because it's an amazing chorus. So good. So good. Such good vocals. So clean. Such clear tone on that vocal. So that last line means, so mahal pa rin kita, I still love you. Sweetheart. Gilyu is another word for sweetheart. So my sweetheart. So yeah, so Gilyu, so looking at that last line. So mahal pa rin kita o gilyu ko. Let me see if I can go back. You can see it. Yeah. Mahal pa rin kita o gilyu ko, which means my sweetheart, I still love you. Looking back and just kind of the idea of what's being said. Puso, that word is heart. Ko would be my, or I, or my in this case. So my heart, damang dama, sense of hurry. So I don't know if that's exactly what that means. I think it's I'm feeling this feeling in my heart. Ikaw is the pronoun for you, and then we know that paren means still, and then nais means want. So it means I still want you. This feeling I have in my heart. Let's see. Mahirap na dayain ang isipat damdamin. So mahirap, I know that word means hard, difficult, tough, I guess is the word there. Dayain apparently means cheat. It's hard to cheat. Isipat means emotions. And then damdamin, we had that. Yeah, we had that in the first one. In the first feeling. It's hard to what did I say? Did I say cheat? It's hard to I guess it's hard to lie to your feelings. Ikaw pa rin ang hanap ko. Hanap means find, because hanahanap, I think we had earlier, right? Hinahanap. So the root of that is hanap, which is find. Let's see. And then you still find that's not the right meaning of hanap though. I want to say it's like you still find me. You still think about me, maybe miss, something like that. So the word patawad means forgiveness. So mapa patawad means forgiving. So I am forgiving. Mulit muling is again and again. Sasambitin, I had to look that up because I've never heard of that word, but apparently it's praising, because it could be that sambitin, I guess, is the root word there. I'm not sure. So again, I'm praising. Sinisigaw ng damdamin. Damdamin is emotion, right? Feeling. Yeah, feeling. And sinisigaw means to shout, because sigaw means to shout. So shouting, shouting feelings, emotions. Mahal pa rin kita o giliw ko, which means, I love you. That I still love you. I still love you, shorty. My baby. Baby. So anyway, don't want to spend too much time breaking it down, because obviously you can see the lyrics and you can look them up on your own you want. But I love the melody of this song. I just love the way it feels. So.
Mga sandaling dati anong saya, pinipili nga limutin, bakit di maamin na wala ka na?
I got the pre-chorus again.
Ngunit paano nga ba ang pag-ibig mo'y babalik? Batit ko na nasaktan kita ng labis, at sinabi ko sa'yo na kaya kong limutin ka. Bakit ngayon hinahanap kita?
Chorus again.
Ikaw pa rin ang nais ko, damang-dama ng puso ko. Mahirap na dayain ang isip at damdamin. Ikaw pa rin ang hanap ko, papatawad ba ako?
Giving.
Muling sasambitin, sumisigaw ng damdamin. Mahal pa rin kita, giliw ko.
There you go. So good on the guitar solo. There you go. Original.
Ikaw pa rin ang nais ko, damang-dama ng puso ko. Mahirap na dayain ang isip at damdamin. Ikaw pa rin ang hanap ko, mapapatawad ba ako? Mulit-muling sasambitin, sumisigaw ng damdamin. Mahal pa rin kita, giliw ka.
All right. God, what a song. What a song. I mean, that's like a slow dance, a definite slow jam, especially like I was back in grade school or something, man. That's definitely a slow jam for sure. So, God, what was that other song? It makes me think of Finally Found the Love of a Lifetime. Is it like by Firehouse, I think? God, what a good song. Good slow jam. Real quick, verse 2, ala ala, ala ala I think is memories, yes. And then I know that the word kasama means with, included. So, and this is, this word here is mga. That's how it's pronounced. Like nga is nya, this is mga. And it's just gosh, I don't even know how to describe it. I need to look up grammar wise what that means. So you know that, so with memories, sandaling I think means before. Hold on. Once. Sandaling once, and then dati. Yeah, once before. Anong saya, which means saya means fun. I don't know. I know sayaw means dance. So actually I don't think that's not what that means. I think that means so pinipilit means forcing, because pilit is the root, so pinipilit means is like putting an ing, so forcing. Nalimutin is forget, so trying to make yourself forget. Bakit di maamin, so why not admit that you don't have to, I guess is what it could be. So anyway, that's the second verse, and you go back to the pre-chorus and you go back to the chorus. So one thing I can definitely say is it's definitely, I'm not very good at coming up with sentences, so I'm going to be working on. I mean, obviously I took a little bit of time to look up all these vocabs and figure out what to do. So definitely next step is to, from a conversational standpoint, understand how to put sentences together, because I don't know. And obviously trying to conjugate these sentences is, I mean, all I'm really doing is learning vocabulary through different songs. So anyhow, that is Mahal Pa Rin Kita by Rockstar. His son, Easy Mill. And we looked at Panalo. And there's a couple other songs that he has in Tagalog, in Filipino, that I want to look at. There's one in particular, they just dropped it on the Wish USA bus. It's a live version of Cultura with him and H-Bomb, who's his manager. So definitely want to jump on that and check that out. It'll be the next video for sure. And then I'm looking at a song by the idol of the Philippines, Zephany. She's got a really, really beautiful voice. And I'd like to kind of look at one of her OPM songs. OPM stands for Original Filipino Music. But before I go, I wanted to take a minute to say thank you to anyone who's watched the video this far. And if you could please like the video. I used the word pok earlier, which means to just smash, hit. So pok the like button. Click subscribe, join the Pamilya, and click the bell icon for notifications on when I drop another one. So I want to thank you for taking the time to go on this journey with me to learn. So thank you very much. Have a great day. Take care of yourself. Peace.